Hey everyone, Senrai Kai here, back for the first episode of Kimetsu no Yaiba Yuukaku-hen, which I believe is the next arc after the Mugen Train arc, which I recently finished watching, which was quite an experience for sure, because we had like high-speed train action, duking it out in that like close quarters combat kind of situation, sometimes literally on the train, so you get the wind blowing past you. It's pretty cool stuff. Also got to really get to see our Hashira, our flame boy in action, for a while. But yeah, we're done with that. We're done with that arc, and we're now here for this one. And I believe this is actually a double length episode, so we're gonna be here for a bit. But yeah, I'm pretty hyped for it, especially because we do have a double length episode, so it gives us plenty of time to really smash out what this new arc is all about. Like by the end of this episode, we should have a pretty good idea of what we're dealing with this arc is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, let's just jump on into it and see exactly how all that goes. So, if you want to be with me on that, then stick around. 3, 2, 1, play. I hear sounds. Okay, I had a feeling that's what the sounds were. Yeah, this is what went down in the Mugen Train arc. Our Flame Hashira being a badass. Be right back. Really did look so cool. It's hard to get hyped about it though, because reasons. Could you imagine just having to stand back and watch all that, knowing that you're nowhere near the level to really contribute to that fight? Being like a Krillin or a Tien or a Yamcha. And Ufotable production. Not positive that's proper grammar, but I made me realize that Inosuke really does have the most distinctive swords in this whole show. Yeah, the crow flies around informing people, like Rengoku's family. It may not be a fatal blow, but it does feel good to watch that. Although I think he just kind of lost his sword doing that. Opening? Is this the opening? It still shows a train. Maybe it's not the opening? I don't know. So what exactly did we come to this library for? Looks like he had a very specific book in mind. And also, who are you? That's a nice place. I don't know, that look on his face kind of worries me a bit. Yeah, the Entertainment District arc. Which sounds entertaining. Sound Hashira Tengen Uzui. Which one was the Sound Hashira again? That's why you should be suspicious. I just feel like you're gonna be disappointed. I don't know why I get that vibe. It's kind of rude. I knew a bud was coming. Yeah, that sounds a little bit demonish. Yeah, I'm more or less expecting this. I mean, I was thinking it, but like, little small. But I guess Muzan can do just about anything with his body. Blue spider lily. I guess that was for some kind of potion. I'd rather you not talk about that. What do you mean? Oof! So yeah, he treats them like cockroaches where you gotta eliminate them all, there's no meaning. Very hard to please. Is that the book we just got? Just happened to be nearby, that's why he came. My god, that voice, man, it gives me chills, the way he says it. I mean, if you kill him, I'd be on board with that. Means like the thorn of the sword, I guess. So why is Mazen small? Like, my first thought was maybe this was like a flashback, but then we see Akaza show up talking about, Rengoku. So I don't know. I guess he just can kind of manipulate his body like that. Yeah, I hope you're butthurt about that. Is he punching a sword? Oh my god. Uh, a demon just beating up a demon killing sword. So we're just literally gonna have to get another sword, because I'm pretty sure Tanjiro broke his first one, and that was the second one, so... At least he doesn't, like, deliberately damage it like Inosuke does. Yeah, I feel like a psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever, would have a field day with Muzan. Are you trying to sneak food? Zenitsu? Whatever your name is. Somebody thinks he's sneaky. I feel like nobody is really immune to that. Man, he was always so cool. Well, yeah, I'm sure Tanjiro looked up to him quite a bit. I wouldn't want to be the person that has to piggyback Inosuke, especially not in that mood. Yeah, the good sound. Ow! Oh no! Where'd he go? We're here to recover. Why are you abusing the patient? You really don't look very Daijoubu, man. I'm glad we're on the same page. Yeah, he's not really... uh, he's not really one to just chill and rest, really. Okay, that's what we're doing. Gotcha. What about the food that Zenitsu snuck? Are you not going to eat any of that? Yeah, the stomach. We talked about that, man. Oh, yeah, that's Rengoku's sibling. Senjuro. Senjuro. Yeah, I think we saw that. I mean, he's not in the best physical condition or mental condition. Just walks out. Container. Big old kanji for sake on it. I mean, everyone deals with loss in their own way, I guess. He's not making the best first impression here. I got a reaction out of him. Probably not a good one. What do you get? The sun breathing technique? Oh, Hinokoki, okay. Yeah, that sounds familiar. I mean... Yeah, this is really not going to do any... Oh. Yeah, I'm starting to really... My opinion of him is really dropping like a rock. But, I feel like this guy's kind of lost his way a bit. This guy definitely has issues. Yeah, because I don't think it was translated as sun breathing before. Yeah, because I remember the Hinokami Kagura, Hinokokyu, all that. I really don't think it was translated as sun breathing, but I could be wrong. I guess they translate that way to distinguish it between, something that sounds similar. Retrograde. Yeah, they probably don't want to mix it up with fire. He never even brought that up until you brought it up. Like, you're the only one making a big deal out of it here. It's really not how I expected this to go at all. Oh, damn, we are picking a fight now. Or I guess more or less accepted a fight. Oh, yeah, I was afraid of that. This guy probably knows how to fight. I was just hoping he was too drunk to do it. That was kind of my hope. Ugh, good thing he has a hard head. Gonna slap him? Oh, damn. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Tanjiro using his #1 asset. Yeah, because Inosuke learned the hard way. You don't mess with that noggin. Just headbutt a former Hashira. Here's some tea. Please forgive my family for the rudeness. I don't think he was ever a Daijobu. uh, so I guess the father doesn't do much besides just lounge around the house, drinking sake, getting mad, getting defensive, picking fights, projecting. It's like a guard bird. Glad somebody appreciates Tanjiro's presence here. Definitely look at your brother as an example, not your father. Record of the 21st Flame Hashira. Keep waiting for those doors to just like open. Something good in there? We'll find out after this mid card. Well, we're actually already 20 minutes in. Wow. Where did the time go? Okay. That is something. Huh. Yeah, that was my assumption. Maybe we could salvage something from it, though. I mean, that's all we can do, I guess. I mean, that does take time. I mean, yeah, it probably put a lot of strain on the body. Unfortunately, life doesn't really work that way. Unless you go Super Saiyan or something, I guess. But I don't think this show has Super Saiyans. That's unfortunate. Gotcha. Uh... You'll do it too. Yeah, I didn't really think about how much burden would be on this boy. Especially if the eldest son just dies like that. Because if he's the last son left, it's either, he picks up the sword or no one does. Oh. I mean, yeah, I think you should have it too. So he did not end up seeing the father again before he left. I really don't like you very much. Technically, he's not in your sight. I mean, I know it's just a translation thing, but still. Yeah, no words of resentment. What do you think of that? Yeah, just drink your problems away. Until it runs out. You gotta go get more. And repeat the cycle. Wow, we actually can cry. Probably you should really lay down. Like this, everything you did today would be pretty ill advised by anyone taking care of you. Really should just go home, go back base. Yeah, that place, Butterfly Mansion. That kind of scared me a little bit. Yeah, that's the guy that makes a sword. He was gonna be angry about this. I knew it. I didn't think he would show up out of nowhere, though. I really think that's a bit overboard for losing a sword. We're gonna do this for hours. Come on, this guy needs to lay down. Let him at least rest. He just jumped to the other tree. Oh my god, that was funny. This really feels like a video game sort of chase scene. Like an NPC that has to recorrect its chasing algorithm After you jump from one tree to the other, you know? Hopefully these walls are strong enough to keep him out. Or he just didn't notice we walked in there, I guess. I mean, it's dark, to be fair. And he wears a mask. All together. I wish I remembered all their names. Well, at least he's what's the word? Placated? At least he's calm and content for now. Should definitely stock up, keeps him on hand at all time. The square pupils are just so weird. Up and down motion with that sound effect. But I see we're back to training. I guess we're done with the resting then. Oh my god. Okay, so at least we have the timetable now. I've been on 4 months. Man, they're all just so ripped. You got room for one more for the workout session? That's good. Yeah, use demon hair to like block enemy attacks. That's probably what he's thinking. Everyone has their own motivation and driving fuel. So we got a mission. I think we got a hat. Otherwise, he'd get all wet. Yeah, the box is a little wet. Hopefully, it didn't like leak inside. Hopefully, it doesn't jump scare us. Oh god! Oh, I see movement. It's like walking to like a boss room. You know, at first looks like there's nobody in there, and then that happens. Man, what kind of design does he have? Is he like extensions or something? Like claws? Oh, well, there were claws. Yeah, I love seeing them as a team side by side. Oh, I feel like it's been forever. It's these two of them just like 2v1 in a demon, you know? Yeah, it's gotta be like insect parts, I guess. You know, it's really unsafe to run down stairs, like hard stone stairs in the rain like that. Yeah, I hope you're panicking. You demon scum. Just Piccolo's his arm back. That's why I gotta go for the head. I mean, Demon Slayer attacks demons. It's kind of what they do. I don't know why you seem confused. Uh, you are a demon. One good slice. See if we can do it. I didn't look like he... Wait, what did he... Yeah, we didn't get the head yet, did he? Oh. He might have with that hit. I guess it's done now. It was just your imagination. Go to bed. A bridge. Whenever I see a bridge in a work of fiction, I just imagine it breaking. What are we walking in on? Is this trouble? Oh, that's the Hashira dude. Well, what is he doing, though? Is he trying to take one of our girls? That internal conflict. Back to the coin. Yeah, I remember his advice. Oh, he's taking two of them. That is definitely not okay. Those are mine. I will not let you take them. I mean, the important thing is that you're taking them, and that's not okay. Totsugeki. One Hashira versus, a bunch of small girls. Who wins? Yeah, I can't just take them like they're a sack of potatoes. It's a weird situation. I don't really know exactly what the deal is. Yeah, headbutt him. His head's vulnerable. They got him pinned down. Oh, he dodged. Where did he go? Ow. That would hurt. Oh, just like your belly, like on the box. Ow. Freaking speedy Hashira, and he still has them. Freaking Uzui. Ninja boy. I guess he did see it in action. Yeah, he hasn't clarified why he's taking them yet, so I'm going to assume the worst. She just looks so troubled. Yeah, don't you see that? This guy. What the hell? You just grabbing random girls, not even knowing if they're qualified for what you want them for? And just throwing her aside when he realizes, that's messed up. It's a situation only half as bad now, but... No, you. You're not a girl. Wow, that is so good. Oh my god, I got chills. Oh, that was so awesome. I want to watch that again. I could not imagine a better way to have two people show up and do a scene. Oh god, that was the best. Do your best, I need to. Yeah, I really want to know exactly what the deal is. Damn. This dude just had to insult her one last time before letting her go. Entertainment District. No, that's the place. That's that Entertainment District, Red Light District, whatever you want to call it. Oh. Man, if there was ever a way to hype you for the arc, it would be that. That was a brief shot, but those are some cute girls I saw behind that chair. But yeah, I guess we get an opening now. Literal fireworks, okay. Okay. And yeah, I guess Uzui, whatever his name is going to be pretty relevant to this arc. Oh, I like Rengoku better. Anyway, I'm going to pay attention now. Of course, Zenitsu would love it here. A little dressed up there. Mid-air mask putting on. Oh, Nezuko. Oh god, Zenitsu. And is that... You have a little bit left? Oh wow, we do have a little bit left. Okay. Well... Or maybe all that time is just credits, you know? What do I know? Why do you need lengthy credits after the first episode? For what reason? Can you explain that to me, show? Okay, there's something. Maybe. I don't want to jump to conclusions, yeah. Just different background for the credits. Freaking try to trick me. At least it looks kind of cool. But still. Oh, that room. That's a room I'd love to have a tea party in. The music's pretty good too. But still, it's just a credit sequence. Definitely a very different environment than what Tanjiro was used to in from his home, childhood home. Nin. Okay, Suzume. Suzume from Sengoku Rants. He's so tall. We got this, don't worry about it. Maybe you should have clarified. Yeah, it's all you gotta do. It's no big deal. I mean, I wouldn't hold your hopes on that, Zenitsu, but... That's just kind of his character. Sure. Okay. I'm pretty sure they translated as flamboyance before, but I guess it's flashy now. Fair enough. I mean, I guess it works better. I don't really care one way or the other. Bum, 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 bum. To be continued. I should hope so. It was like the first episode. Okay. That was the first episode of the new Kimetsu no Yaiba arc, Yuukaku-hen, or the Entertainment District arc, right? So that's what we're in, and I feel like there's a decent amount to probably say about this episode. I mean, first of all, we had some recapping of the end of the Mugen train arc, which makes sense, right? You gotta, in case some people didn't watch that, you have to have a basic idea of how things ended, right? Which is basically the train crashed, Akaza was driven off, Rengoku died. Right. The important things to know for sure, especially because Rengoku being dead was very relevant to the episode because Tanjiro went to Rengoku's family home, right? Because he was kind of directed to by Rengoku before he died. So, sorry, it was definitely something that had to be done, even though it was a little bit awkward, right? Because the father, mostly, right? Like, I feel like the father was not like this in the flashbacks we saw with Rengoku. I don't know. I could just be selective memory, but I don't feel like he was really like this. But yeah, he definitely seems like a very kind of like a bitter state of mind. I don't know what the best word for it is, but he just like he drinks, lashes out at people. You know, just it's not a great look, right? Assumes the worst. Just lashes out at Tanjiro just because he wears the earrings, but there's obviously a lot of history there with sun breathing, as he called it, right? Which I guess is connected to the Hinokami Kaguya whatever dance, right? It's all connected somehow. I'm still a little fuzzy on a lot of the details, and I think Tanjiro is as well because he wants to research this stuff, which becomes a lot harder when the books here for reference are like all messed up because of the father. Definitely doesn't help anything, but I'm sure we'll unlock more secrets going forward anyway. Because we know Tanjiro, yeah, he can do that Hinokami Kaguya dance thingy, and he does it, but he did specify that he hasn't mastered it, which is just how it goes, right? It takes a little bit of time for that, right? You can't just learn something and then, like, just be a master of it. It doesn't really work that way. And that's just life for you, right? But the little brother, obviously, much more polite, respectful to Tanjiro, and was able to have a good conversation with him, talk about the brother and all that. And he also opened up to Tanjiro a little bit about his feelings on the matter, and the sword and the lack of skill in his direction in life and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely is a good kid. I do hope the best for him. You know, whatever you choose in life, just make sure you don't regret it and you're happy with what you choose. That's really all anyone else can say. They can't really tell you whether to pick up the sword, stick with it, or do something else. That's always up for you to decide, to figure out. But yeah, despite the way the father is, Rengoku didn't really have anything negative to say to him, even though the father clearly expected that. But yeah, it's obviously pretty complicated in that household, for sure. I assume the lack of mother, that whole situation probably has a lot to do with the father's state, but hard to say for sure. But yeah, I want to talk about Kazan. What's his name? I'm blanking on his name. You know, Kazan, the main bad guy. I don't know why his name is just slipping me. I'm sure they say his name after Akaza shows up. Muzan, that's what it was. I don't know why it just goes in. It goes in one ear, out the other. Yeah, Muzan. Okay, so we watching this kid walk around. I don't think I verbalized a lot of the thoughts I had while I was watching it, so I'll do that now. Basically, I saw this kid. My first thought was, this kid, I mean, looks a little bit like Muzan, but like it can't be Muzan because he's too small. And I thought maybe this is just going to be some random kid that's relevant to this arc that maybe is already a demon, becomes a demon because of Muzan, maybe something like that. And then I started to think, okay, maybe this is like a flashback or something showing Muzan as a child. Maybe we get to see how things go and how he becomes the Muzan we know today. Like, I just kind of had a bunch of theories power through my head, and then Akaza just suddenly shows up and be like, yo, Muzan, what's up? Yeah, and then they talk about the whole Flame Hashira thing and how that went down, making it clear that this wasn't a flashback, which just makes me very confused about Muzan's life. Like, what's the deal? The first time we saw him, he was like, had a wife and kid and stuff like that, who just seemingly didn't know who he was or anything like that, right? So seemingly he was living some kind of double life where he pretends to be human with them. But then we see him as like a woman in a different shot, right? So like, did he just like abandon his family at that point and move on to a different secret human life, or not? I don't know, because I don't think we saw him with his family since then. And then we see him here with like a different whole living situation in a different form. I don't really get it. Like, I feel like I'm missing something with his existence. Is he just like able to alter his form at will and gets bored of human life very quickly? And when he gets bored of it, he alters himself and inserts himself into a different living situation. I don't really know. Like, I don't know really. So if you have an explanation on this, that I don't, because I don't feel like I fully understand Muzan at all. Although maybe that's the point. Maybe just you're not really meant to understand this insane, just mentally broken individual. I don't know. But I just want to point out how weird it all was. They also mentioned a blue spider lily, right? I guess it's like an ingredient in a concoction, I had to assume. Because the other people talked earlier about some kind of, how do I phrase it, cure-all or something. I don't remember exactly how they phrased it, but something like that, which got me thinking about medication and medicine and stuff like that. And because also there's the female doctor, whose name I also don't remember, who had Tanjiro go on a quest to get like blood from higher rank Muzan peeps to work on her own cure kind of thing. So Muzan could be working on something as well. Maybe some formula to wipe out all of the demon slayers, because he did seem to be pretty gung-ho on that being his overall goal, right? He had no praise whatsoever to give to Akaza, despite killing a Hashira, which is, you know, I would think it would be a pretty significant accomplishment for someone in their faction. But he's like, well, yeah, well, what about everyone else, you know? You think you kill one of them that's worthy of praise? Come back to me when you kill literally all of them, because one less than that, then it might not even worth mentioning it, really. It's completely worthless, right? Like, really comes across as like the worst kind of parent that, you know, whatever you do is never good enough. Like, it really came across like that, despite looking like a child. Like, a little bit ironic there. So yeah, a lot of things not sure about in regards to that whole thing. But one thing's for sure, no matter what his form, he is intimidating. Just the way he kept saying Akaza's name over and over again, the tone of voice he said it with. Gave me chills. I don't know about anyone else, but man, is he freaky. Just always, no matter what form he's in, he's freaky. That's one thing that definitely has been consistent with this character. Also, Akaza, I think, is really salty about how things went down with Tanjiro, because he just, like, chucked his sword at him to stab him with it, right? And he couldn't go back and, like, retaliate against Tanjiro or risk being out when the sun comes out, so, yeah. Even though we didn't do much physical damage, I think we did a decent amount of emotional damage, and I guess I can accept that for now. Later on, eventually we'll get some real physical payback. I can be patient, though. But man, this just punching the sword to death. Then we go back to the Butterfly Mansion, because I guess that's just kind of like our official resting location whenever we're like tired and beaten down from a difficult mission. I guess that's just what it's become, which I'm more than okay with, because it's just like cute girls everywhere. I can't really imagine a better place to recuperate, honestly. Especially Yuki, because you can guarantee Zenitsu's not going to run off. He likes the place. Although they do occasionally accidentally assault him. But again, I don't think he minds if it's a cute girl doing it, so it's all good. And freaking Tanjiro, yeah, he ran off to do the Rengoku family stuff, which I already talked about. But yeah, I would like to know more about the sun breathing, the Hino Kamikagura, all that good stuff, right? Because clearly the father knew about this stuff, was skilled at it, because the father had the earrings, which Rengoku's father clearly recognized, right? So he knows a lot about this. Doesn't have a positive opinion about a lot of this. But see, is there anything else I wanted to say about the episode? I mean, we had the sword guy. Yeah, the guy that made the sword, like, when he replaced it the first time, he made it pretty clear he wasn't happy about it. He wanted Tanjiro to take good care of the sword. He didn't want to have to replace it again. So I knew he would be upset about it. Like, I knew that going into the episode. Well, I knew it when I made the connection that, oh, he just lost his sword. Because I don't think I really made the connection when I first saw him throw it back in the Mugen train arc. But seeing his like empty holster and stuff here, I was like, oh, he doesn't have a sword anymore. He's going to have to get a new one. Oh, the guy that makes the sword is not going to be happy about that. Like, I did have all those thoughts. I didn't think it would be so jump scary, though, where we're just like walking back home and suddenly there's somebody over there in the distance, like a dark aura around them. But once I saw the mask and I knew who it was, everything made perfect sense, because he's upset. He was angry. He was always a real weird one, very crazy, right? So I knew it was going to be rough, and luckily Tanjiro survived him. That's good, at least. But yeah, we got back to the training regimen, those push-ups while being sat on, a classic training, for sure. But things got a little bit weird once the Hashira showed up. I mean, before we got to that, we got a bit of a fight with a demon in the shrine. Nothing really to say about that. Like, I do like seeing Tanjiro and Nezuko fighting together. That's always been one of the cool draws of the show for me, is a demon slayer, little sister demon fighting together, a combo. Like, that concept alone was what really, one of my favorite things about the show. Because you could do so much cool stuff with that narratively. So, whenever I get to see that in action, it's good stuff. Especially when it's like just them. No Zenitsu or Inosuke. I do like those characters, but when it's like just them, it's kind of a special thing. But we took him out. It wasn't too hard. It was like kind of a two-strike thing where then it went back to count the neck, I think is what happened. But anyways, it looks cool. And then we got to the weirdness where our, what do they call the sound Hashira? I don't know. But our Shinobi boy, our, the, Uzui, his name was something like that. He shows up just taking a couple of our girls, and yeah, Kanao, she's just conflicted because she's like, what do I do? There's orders, but like, do I follow them? Do I flip the coin? Tanjiro told me I didn't have to rely on the coin. Like, what do I do? So she has a little bit of that going on, but in the end, she was able to prioritize her own feelings, what she wants, and tried to stop him by grabbing a hold of them, which is good, but like, she realistically, she can't stop a Hashira from leaving with them if he wants to. Like, it's a clear power gap. I try not to think about it too much, but that's just how it is. Luckily, Tanjiro did show up, but, you know, I wasn't really confident Tanjiro could 1v1 him either. But yeah, he shows up, he's like, the guy's carrying two of them, you know, everyone else is like latch on to legs and stuff trying to stop him, and you walk into the situation and wonder exactly what the heck is going on. Because I was wondering what the heck was going on, because it looked very much like a kidnapping. I mean, it kind of was, but like, I don't know. I don't know the legalities of that. He made it so that they were like part of the organization, so they had to go, I guess, but I don't know. I don't really get too much about that. There's also a term they kept throwing around, I don't remember what it was. Tsugaku? Something like that. Where if you're one of them, you don't have to go, but, you know. So yes, he had to, he like threw down one of them, which was in itself so messed up. Like he's taking sacks of potatoes and he's like, oh, well I guess only one of these potato bags, just toss it away. But seriously, like he didn't even treat them like people, really. It was pretty messed up. But the scene also had a very, you know, lighthearted tone to it, so it kind of made it where I wasn't sure how to feel for the most part. But, you know, because of that, I wasn't expecting it to be too bad. I was kind of expecting things to get resolved somehow, so I wasn't really too worried. And the way it was resolved, basically, was Tanjiro said, we'll go instead. And Yuzui did accept that. And like I said, just Zenitsu on one side, Inosuke on one side, what they did with the camera to showcase that. Man, I think I had a mild orgasm there. That was so good. But, yeah, he did accept it. I think he did specify wanting girls at a certain point, I think. But, which, if that's the case, then it's a little bit odd he would take them. But, at the same time, that kind of explains why Zenitsu was very much looked like Zenitsu's hair was like in a girly style, so I assume they were trying to make Zenitsu look like a girl to kind of take that place. And if that's the case, yeah, that I guess it kind of connects. And why they would need that, I guess, is because of where they're going. The entertainment district, I guess they need someone to play that kind of a role for whatever the plan is. Again, there's too many stuff, too much I don't know to really speculate too much about that. But, yeah. If there's a female role, I guess Zenitsu will play it, is kind of what I was trying to say. Which should be entertaining to watch. See how that goes. I mean, out of all of them, Zenitsu, I would say, looks the most feminine. I mean, well, I guess it's not true. I guess, I mean, if you take the mask off, I guess Inosuke does, but I wouldn't trust Inosuke to play a role of a cute girl, honestly. He's just too aggressive. But, yeah, I want to go back to the shot in the opening here. We got, like, freaking Uzui, like, in a fancy chair with 3 beautiful girls behind him. I'm curious about the context of that scene. But I guess we'll find out. Yeah, the opening was quite something. We got fireworks and demon enemies and all that good stuff. Either way, this should be quite the interesting arc, I would assume. It's quite different than what we got with the train arc. Instead of like a moving thing where you really couldn't get outside interference. Pretty much everyone who was on the train was a part of the plot. Nobody else was really going to jump on. I mean, of course, it kind of changed when the train crashed, because then Akaza could just walk by, but before that, it was that kind of situation. But if you're going to an actual town, an actual district, then there's more possibilities for that. So, we'll see how that affects things. But, yeah, I'm pretty hyped for this arc overall. This should be some pretty cool stuff. So, yeah, that's all I really got to say. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you stick around for the next one, and I hope to see you there. Until then, bye-bye. Wrong button, okay. Bye-bye.